Chapter 3. Unabashedly lie when applying for jobs to improve all workplaces. Whether you're looking for a first job or your career's so dire you want to jump ship before walking the plank, the application process sucks. No returned calls, generic rejections, and more required info than when you're seeking citizenship in 2 warring countries at the same time. It's so hard that we can easily feel hopeless. Nobody wants me, you may have sulked, using your entry-level resume like a tissue. I'm unqualified, unskilled, and undeserving of anything except my own desperation. Well, I'm here to make you an all-star job seeker with my patented 5-word motto. Lie your unlikable ass off. Even better, when you spew these falsehoods, your integrity tank will be filled to the brim. Why? Because your fibs will help those workplaces avoid even worse candidates than you in the future. Yes, if you don't start lying in these revenue-seeking submissions, you're making all places of employment way suckier. So here's how to cheat in the rat race, gnaw away at that corporate ladder, and make it rain cheese down on all the other vermin who work there. First, you need to improve that piece of paper that shows how you've spent your limited breaths collecting paychecks in the past. Some of you are likely panicking because it takes longer to read a tombstone than your work history. I'd slap you out of it if I could, but since that technology doesn't exist for me to assault folks through screens, please hit yourself instead. Now that you're calm and possibly bruised, I'll help you get into the right spinning mindset. No, your resume isn't short, it's precise and pithy. The document's lack of proper formatting isn't sloppy, it's a trailblazing defiance of tab-based enslavement. And the ketchup-stained thumbprint at the top isn't some tip-off that you're careless, it's a vinegary personal insignia that'll save recruiters time digging through your criminal background. Just like my credentials to become the most popular self-help guru on the planet, your experiences are entirely subjective. You've lived your life, a claim that nobody else can make, so you're the ultimate expert of your own reality, damn it. The next step is applying those spin skills to prior events so your unquestionable competency gets to the top of the pile. Have you ever let somebody check out before you at the grocery store because they only had 3 things compared to your cart full of expired boxes of mac and cheese? Well, then you've worked at your own nonprofit to reduce world hunger, right? Maybe you've hit the brakes to let someone merge ahead of you in traffic? Then you better list transportation risk management specialist as a prior job with impressive syllables. Or maybe you've tossed a beer can on the beach because the dumpster was too far away? Then you're the founding member of Habitat for Hermit Crabs, you bleeding heart ecological hero. For extra credibility, go repeat any act of compassion you've done in the past once more today. Why? Because that lets you add a glorious hyphen to the date range of your good deeds. Thus, you'll look like a freaking saint who's been dedicated to service longer than your hiring manager's been asking stupid questions to the public. Now, when you land the interview, don't make the mistake of being honest in this phase either. No, it's time to take your deception to the next level of insubordination. For example, let's say you get hit with a cliche question like, "What are your strengths and weaknesses?" The old you might have honestly answered that, "My biggest weakness is that I have no strengths." However, as someone who has sat on multiple search committees before, I swear this is your one and only goal right now. Avoid doing your impression of China, because no one wants to see lots of red flags. Instead, just hit all the standard checkboxes they want to hear, like you're willing to be sheepish, and you won't make their office any worse than it is currently. Sure, you're going to land the job, but your fabrications will benefit everybody else there too. Because if the place keeps letting unqualified scumbags like us enter their headquarters, then everyone will need to work way harder and make up for the new hires' inadequacies. From you lying and them realizing it too late, The hiring managers will have to upgrade their procedures to avoid making such a terrible mistake again. If you claim that you were a rocket scientist and NASA doesn't double check its records, then they deserve the litany of engineering disasters you're about to blow up. If you say you're great with kids despite losing at least 3 different kindergarten classes on African safaris, it's the new school's fault for giving the wildlife its next gummy bear-filled snack. And you bet the church will reevaluate its preacher-finding policies if they believe that you just sneezed in the interview instead of letting out your Tourette syndrome by mistake. They're the ones that'll have to deal with the angry letters about their virtuous leader screaming virtually every swear word and slur to the entire congregation. So go help whatever hellhole you want to work at with your blatant fibs. And tell them that you see yourself there in 40 years even though you only plan on staying a few weeks. Lies are the basis of our entire economy, after all. Oh, and don't forget to list your new skill at reframing beneficial falsehoods on resumes too, because that kind of crap makes bosses offer happy endings to seal the deal.